good morning, and welcome back to Dot's Home, where we are going to see what Grandma Mavis is coping with now. Maybe if I go about my day, things will go back to normal. All right, my door is my door unlocked? It's locked again. I guess I'll use the glowing key. Huh, here goes nothing. So apparently I'm trapped in my room and I can only see things by going about the glowing key. Last time we used the key, we ended up in the past when Grandma and Grandpa were buying the house. So I guess now we're gonna see if it drops us in a different time period. We'll see like what. Oh, this is different. It could use some fresh paint and maybe wait, is that a mouse? All right, what do we have? Urban renewal or urban removal? The redevelopment of public housing in Detroit could displace thousands. The Brewer Davidson housing projects were first dedicated in 1935, finally completed in 50. Wow, 20 years to complete this building? Originally built to house almost 10,000 residents across 6 14-story high-rises, 2 6-story low-rise towers, and several apartment rows. Despite the city's consistent decline in population, the projects are still home to 6,500 remaining residents. Most of them black and 66% minors or young adults. All at risk of losing their homes as the city plans to demolish the area to make way for a new community of family-sized townhouses. Oh. Okay, so they want to remove... So, removing a bunch of houses in order to try and get some more pretty properties, it sounds like. I don't know that I like the sound of that. Ooh, what's this? Looks like somebody's getting evicted. Oh. Final... Why can't I ever find my wallet? I don't know how you find anything with your head planted so firmly up your behind. Why do you want to see a movie about a serial killer and a project anyway? We live in a project. Yes, we do, and we can leave it too. Oh, wow. Someone tell me why I married the most stubborn woman in Michigan. Oh, damn. Someone's got to be realistic around here while you walk around with your head in the clouds. I know those voices. They sound like... Thank goodness. Are you the babysitter? Mom? Ooh. Okay, yes, ma'am. Great. Long story short, I'm Evelyn. This is my husband, Hank, and we are running very late for our movie. Relax, we're not that late. We did not just fight for an hour for you to tell me to relax. It's not for no reason. Me and Amos have a really good idea this time. You know what I think is a good idea? Taking the voucher they're offering us and renting a house that's close to a movie theater. I'm tired of driving out to Farmington Hills every time we want to see a movie. Eve, what's a good house without a community? That's not a home. Geez, I gotta take a walk. Oh, damn. Okay, so Mom and Dad are having some rough times when apparently I am still a kid. That man is driving me crazy. Please come inside. So, I'm going to... Wait, isn't one of the rules of time travel to make sure you don't interact with your past selves? Are you alright? We've been fighting about this since we got the notice that they're turning these apartments into townhomes. They're supposed to be for the people who live here, but we all know how that goes. He wants to stay, I want to move on to something better. Simple as that. I always thought living in public housing would be temporary, and then came our daughter, Georgia, and, well, you know, life. Whoa, Georgia's been born already? That must mean I'm in the early 90s before... Oh, okay. So I'm not babysitting myself, I'm babysitting my older sibling. This is no place to raise a family. The building is literally falling apart in front of our eyes, and good luck trying to get management to fix anything once it breaks. Now that they're demolishing the project, we have an opportunity to take a voucher and move on up. Although, you know, like... I don't know that a voucher is necessarily a key to moving up, though. Like, I get her perspective, but Hank is also kind of in the right here. The voucher situation is, I'm pretty sure it's not all it's cracked up to be. I think I'm gonna side with Mom on this one, though, because no matter whether you take the voucher or not, the city intends to demolish, and they're gonna find one way or another to do it, whether they price people out of a home or just kind of force them to leave by not fixing anything. Like, how do you stay in a place that is completely crumbling around you? I mean, sure, we know all our neighbors and we all look out for each other, but we could find that somewhere else. Hank doesn't see it that way. His best friend Amos lives down the hall. Those two are always dreaming up new business schemes, and this time Hank swears it's legit. I want to be supportive, but I don't want to be stuck here. If we move out, we're giving our daughter Georgia better opportunities. I would not expect you to be this stressed out. You seem like a super calm under pressure type of person, at least from my experience. You psychic or something? If I freak out, Hank freaks out. You see why I want to go to some silly horror movie so bad? I guess you need the escape. Exactly. Hey, do you mind grabbing Hank from Amos's place? I need to calm down and maybe find this man's wallet for him. This is Georgia as a baby. Weird. Weird might be an understatement. I'm just seeing if there's any like other little things, like if I could interact with some other things. Alright, nope, not that door. It's probably that other door that was like right next door. Not the eviction one. Man, this demolition stuff is bugging me out. What's the government calling it? Hope 6? I don't feel a lot of hope about them knocking down our homes. I feel that, but keep your eyes on the prize. We finally got a game-winning plan. Yep, that's Dad. Knock, knock. I mean, if you're really sure we could get jobs working construction here while they build those fancy townhomes. Yeah, dude, it's the law and everything. I was looking at those flyers. They say that the crews working here got to hire people from the building. It's called Section 3. Can they not hear me? Better knock again. I don't care how many sections they got. We both know these big real estate and construction companies break the law and all the time, and they get away with it. Honestly, it's worth a shot for me. We need the money to start our business. Besides, being a construction worker smells way better than sanitation. Guess I'll knock louder. You hear that? Who's that? Oh, right, the babysitter. Come in for a sec. What's your name? Dorothea, or just Dot. Huh, that's cute. Amos, this is Dot. Come in for a second. I swear I put my wallet down here somewhere. Sorry to intrude. Evelyn, Mrs. Hawkins wanted me to come by and let you know she's ready to go. Can she wait just a few more minutes? My boy Amos and I are just in the middle of a conversation. Alright, so let's see what's going on. Okay, get this. You see how me and Hank, we got a natural rapport. Oh yeah, he is excited. I'm the funny guy, and he's the straight man. The Abbott to my Costello. Who's Abbott and Get out. Dot, get the fuck out. I get, like, okay, she said she's a millennial. I know Abbott and Costello came from before the millennial generation, but oh my gosh, who doesn't know who's on first? As in, see? See? You know what? Never mind. What I'm saying is, is that when we're on third shift, and the drive to work is funny as hell, because me and Hank just riff off each other, laughing our heads off about anything and everything. When we're on first shift, though, we're silent as a dormouse, listening to the morning news, but wishing we could hear folks just like us, just talking and having fun, even during the 6 a.m. shift. So get this, what if we recorded our banter and sold cassettes of it? Hey, you know, that's actually legitimate. A lot of comedians do put out, like, recordings of routines that got circulated as cassettes, records, stuff like that, aside from just actual performing in clubs. Basically, they're talking about doing early podcasts. yes, I'm kind of looking into the camera here because, making eye contact with you guys. That's literally what I'm doing right now. People working night shifts could have their own morning show to listen to. And don't get me started on advertising opportunities. We could read ads for local businesses. I can't believe you invented the podcast. Just freaking called it out. Pod what? Nothing, man. Just know you're truly ahead of your time. I knew it was a great idea. And once we get hired working construction, we'll have the money to record in a studio, all professional. We can list HUD as a sponsor. What's HUD? Department of Housing and Urban Development. They're the ones who decided to knock the building down to revitalize it. I know what they could also help revitalize: my bank account. Good luck with all that, Mr. Hawkins. I think we should probably get back to your place. I guess you're right, Miss Dot. See you on the flip side, Amos. Smell you later, Hank. And I mean that literally, because we got third shift tomorrow. Hey, little lady, don't you got a baby to sit? Hey, he even has a little record player. The fact that they're just talking about doing a podcast. Oh, hey, dude, what's up? Is it really so important to stay here? Listen, I know it's not anyone's American dream house. We all do our best to organize, keep it clean, all that work that management doesn't. It's still a project. It's just, I've been here a long time and I know everybody. I feel like if I leave, I'm saying all the time I spent here doesn't mean a thing. It's like, who said we can only find opportunity by leaving our people behind? Am I really just supposed to turn my back on Amos? Just like, got mine, see ya? I'm sure he'd understand. Yeah, maybe he'd understand, but I don't want to lose that connection. My dad always told me the hardest choices take sacrifice. Really now? Your dad always told you that. I just don't think it's worth sacrificing a community. I mean, let me ask you, what does a nice neighborhood even look like? Somewhere where you and your kids can grow without worry, a street where everyone knows your name, shop at the supermarket without being stared at. Oh my gosh. What does a nice neighborhood look like? Now, 2 or 3 months ago, I was reading this book called The Hate You Give, which was a spin on a rapper's uh, breakdown of the word thug life, where each letter of the phrase was an acronym to something. I forget the second half, but the hate you give was the THUG. But the book was pretty much about this similar theme where the family ultimately had to make a decision about staying in their community where they were in a legitimate sense of danger when the parents were trying to give better opportunities and better life, like better opportunities and a safer life to their children, but at the same time they didn't want to feel like they were abandoning their community. And spoiler warning for the book, you can skip ahead a few seconds, but they do ultimately decide that it's it that they didn't have to stay physically in the community in order to try and give that to their children. They could still be active in the community and everything without being without physically living in a house in that community. I'm gonna lean to somewhere with the kids. You and your kids can grow without worry. For me, it's where people take care of each other, and we're already doing that here. It got even more important to me after we had Georgia. I know why Ev wants to move where the schools are better, but I don't want my child to be lonely. Don't worry too much about Georgia. I have a feeling she won't be lonely for long. Really? What makes you say that? How much older is Dot's sister? You know something I don't, Miss Dot? Not a thing, Mr. Hawkins. I swear I don't know anything. Speaking of home, I should get back. I still haven't found my wallet. Are you freaking kidding me? It was in his pocket the whole time. Oh, sweet. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that is adorable. Okay, these pictures are legit. Like that, this right here. Oh, that. I'm gonna cry on camera if I don't put this away. Hank, yo, dude, have you seen my wallet? Yeah, here you go, buddy. Oh, thanks. Where was it? It was in your pocket. You dropped it on the ground. Why am I not surprised? Classic one of these. Hello. Yeah, I'll be right at the door. Just let me find my phone. Listen, I know we dragged you into this whole mess, Miss Babysitter, but I think we should stay in tonight, maybe? We clearly have a lot to talk about. So, no 10 bucks? You still want it? How about this then? Who's right? Should we take this voucher and move or stay with our friends and neighbors? Oh, no. Come on. Don't make me the sole proprietor of this decision. I've heard both of their cases. And somehow I feel like, okay. I know sometimes games from a video, I'm thinking about this as a video game. I need to remove the video game from my brain while I'm thinking about this. A part of me is thinking, as a video game, it's like my decision should have a dire effect on the outcome. But I know that a lot of times video games are designed with a consistent narrative where the outcome, the ultimate outcome of the game, the final ending, might not change too much based on your decisions. So I don't know how much of this actually changes based on my decision. But at the same time, outside of video game perspective, these choices have a lot of weight to them, and they are asking the babysitter to basically weigh in and possibly ultimately decide the outcome of whether they stay in their community and try out this podcast deal or go somewhere else. You know what? I'm going to lean on staying because in the future, Grandma seems very intent on staying in her neighborhood. Like, it is very much, it is a struggle, but she wants to stay where they have roots, where they have connections with people, and not be isolated in a world where, quite frankly, we are in a world where we are prone to kind of being isolated from the people around us. So I kind of get that. And I know it's weird for me to say that on the internet, which is like the pinnacle of human communication. But at the same time, despite that pinnacle of communication, we can be very isolated from people, with as easy as it is to block whatever we don't like or whatever we don't want to see. I'm going to go with staying in the community. Friends like Amos are once in a lifetime. It's hard to say goodbye to that. Amos is a trip, but he'd do anything for us any day of the week. That's what being a community is all about. Thank you so much for all your help. I hope you can actually babysit little Georgia sometime. She is a real handful, and stubborn too. Oh, she's a baby. Oh, right. Anyway, I'll see you around. Just know you're both doing a great job at the whole parenting thing. Anyone ever call you precocious? Yeah, my mom does. All the time. Hey, little Georgia. All right. Hopefully that was the right decision. Before I go, I want to drop in one more time. Say hey to Amos. What's up, Amos? Don't you gotta... Okay, he's got nothing else to say. Dang, I was hoping there might be like an extra little dialogue tree or something going along with him, but apparently not. Here's to hoping I'm not as out of place this time. So this has been a trip of a little time travel. Just little story beats and seeing the decisions play out. I am really wondering what kind of effect they're going to have down the line. I'm not even going to bother sleeping. Why is everything sparkling? When did I dig out my basketball trophy? Me, Tia, and Tamara are still tight to this day. Is that, It's still crazy to me that they were identical twins separated at birth and so good at basketball. That doesn't sound like a reference to anything. When did I dig out my... Well, that was an interesting thing. Apparently, whatever I did must have changed or set something aside because the trophy was out. So I guess we're just gonna have to see what happens on the next time around.